We've all heard the names of Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, but what about Fannie Lou Hamer? Her story deserves more than a single line in a history book. Imagine a sharecropper, a woman silenced for years, rising on a national stage. Her voice, raw and powerful, cracks through the facade of a segregated America. She asks a question that echoes through history. Is this America? This is the story of Fannie Lou Hamer, a civil rights titan whose courage challenged a nation. Join us as we delve into the life and legacy of this unsung hero. Early life. Born on October 6, 1917, in Montgomery County, Mississippi, Fannie Lou Townsend entered a world of profound racial and economic oppression. As the youngest of 20 children in a sharecropping family, Hamer's early life was marked by hardship and poverty, which were common for African Americans in the South during this time. Family background and childhood. Fannie Lou's parents, Jim and Lou Ella Townsend, worked tirelessly in the cotton fields, earning barely enough to support their large family. From an early age, Fannie Lou experienced the harsh realities of racism and economic exploitation. By the age of 6, she was already picking cotton, and despite her passion for learning, her formal education was cut short after the 6th grade, when she was required to work full-time to help support her family. The turning point. Fannie Lou Hamer's life took a pivotal turn in 1962 when she attended a meeting led by civil rights activists. This meeting, organized by the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, introduced her to the fight for voting rights and ignited a lifelong commitment to civil rights activism. Inspired by the SNCC activists, Hamer bravely decided to attempt to register to vote, despite knowing the grave risks involved. On August 31, 1962, she and 17 others traveled to Indianola, Mississippi to register. This act of defiance marked the beginning of Hamer's active involvement in the civil rights movement. Despite being threatened and intimidated, including being fired from her job and evicted from her home, Hamer's resolve only strengthened. Facing repression and violence, Hamer's activism made her a target of violent reprisals. In 1963, while traveling back from a voter registration workshop, she was arrested in Winona, Mississippi, and brutally beaten by police. This traumatic experience left her with lifelong injuries, but did not deter her from her mission. Instead, it fueled her determination to fight for justice and equality. Speech at the 1964 Democratic National Convention. One of Hamer's most significant moments came in 1964 when she delivered a riveting speech at the Democratic National Convention in Atlantic City, New Jersey. As a delegate of the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party, Hamer challenged the legitimacy of Mississippi's all-white delegation. Her televised testimony about the violence and oppression she faced captivated the nation and became a defining moment in the civil rights movement. Her poignant words, "Is this America?" resonated deeply, highlighting the stark contradictions between American ideals and the reality of racial injustice. Championing women's rights. Hamer's activism extended to addressing the specific challenges faced by African American women. She spoke out against systemic issues such as forced sterilizations, economic exploitation, and gender discrimination. Hamer herself was a victim of forced sterilization, a practice commonly used to control the African American population. Her courage in sharing her personal experiences helped to raise awareness and demand justice for these atrocities, building community and economic independence. In 1969, Hamer co-founded the Freedom Farm Cooperative in her hometown of Ruleville, Mississippi. This initiative aimed to empower African American families by promoting economic self-sufficiency and community development. Through collective farming and resource sharing, the cooperative provided food, employment, and a sense of solidarity among its members, fighting for equality and justice. Hamer's relentless fight for civil rights and social justice was driven by her unwavering belief in equality and human dignity. Her efforts went beyond voting rights to encompass broader issues of economic justice and human rights. Mississippi Freedom Summer. During the 1964 Freedom Summer, Hamer played a key role in mobilizing and educating African American voters. She worked alongside other civil rights activists to challenge the systemic disenfranchisement of black voters in Mississippi. Her leadership and dedication were instrumental in the success of this pivotal campaign. National and international advocacy. Hamer's influence extended beyond the borders of Mississippi. She traveled extensively to raise awareness about the civil rights movement and to garner support from a broader audience. Her speeches and advocacy work reached national and international platforms, highlighting the global significance of the struggle for civil rights in America. Overcoming personal and systemic challenges. Despite facing severe physical and emotional trauma, Hamer remained steadfast in her pursuit of justice. Her ability to transform personal pain into a powerful force for collective action is a hallmark of her legacy. She demonstrated that true courage lies not in the absence of fear, but in the determination to act in spite of it. Trailblazing women in history. Fannie Lou Hamer stands among the ranks of trailblazing women who have shaped the course of history through their unwavering commitment to justice and equality. Recognition and honors. While she did not receive widespread recognition during her lifetime, Hamer's contributions have been increasingly acknowledged in the years since her death in 1977. Numerous schools, organizations, and awards have been named in her honor, celebrating her enduring impact on the civil rights movement and her role as a champion of human rights. Continuing the fight, Hamer's legacy lives on through the continued efforts of activists and organizations dedicated to advancing civil rights and social justice. Her life serves as a powerful example of the impact that determined, principled action can have in challenging systemic oppression and achieving meaningful change. Recommended resources. For those interested in learning more, we recommend watching documentaries such as Fannie Lou Hamer, Stand Up, and reading books like This Little Light of Mine, The Life of Fannie Lou Hamer by Kay Mills. These resources offer a comprehensive look at Hamer's contributions and the lasting impact of her work. The legacy lives on. Fannie Lou. Hamer's life and legacy remind us of the power of one voice to effect profound change. Her courage, resilience, and unwavering commitment to justice continue to inspire and empower individuals across the globe. As we remember and honor Fannie Lou Hamer, let us carry forward her vision of equality and continue the fight for a more just and equitable world. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others who might be inspired by Hamer's story, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of history's unsung heroes. Until next time, keep the spirit of Fannie Lou Hamer alive by standing up for what is right and using your voice to empower others.